الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي مقدر بالنعم في الابتداء والانتهاء، هو الأول والآخر بالأقدم والبقاء، فسبحان الذي هو الحي الغني عن جميع الأشياء. والحمد لله الذي خلق آدم من تراب في يوم عاشوراء، وقابل توبته بعد بقاء توحيده في يوم عاشوراء. وسبحان الذي أخرج يونس من بطن الحوت في يوم عاشوراء. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، فلا نظير له ولا مثيل له، الذي خلق العرش والكرسي في يوم عاشوراء. ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا مولانا محمدا عبده وحبيبه ورسوله، أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين. أفضل الله تعالى على سائر الأنبياء، صلى الله تعالى عليه وآله وأصحابه وأزواجه ذريته الكرام وأتباعه وخلفاء الراشدين المرشدين مهديين من بعده، ووزرائه الكاملين في أهله، خصوصا منهم الأئمة خلفاء رسول الله الأطهرين، ومرائه المؤمنين حضرة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي ذوي القدر الجليل، وعلى بقية الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون، اتقوا الله تعالى وأطيعوه، إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتاب منزل على نبي مرسل: وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون، ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون، إن الله هو الرزاق ذو قوة المتين. صدق الله تعالى ربنا الكريم. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Jumuah Mubarak, and blessings of Muharram al-Haram and Yom Ashura for everyone. Shaykh Abdul Haqq, Allah bless him, he wrote: "Sabiqu ila maghfirati min rabbikum wa jannatin arduha ka'ardi as-samai wal ard." Be foremost in seeking forgiveness from your Lord, and a paradise as wide as the heavens and earth. واغتنموا بها شهر وبيوم عاشوراء فأحسنوا إلى فقراء ومساكين وضعفاء. الصيام يكفر سنة ماضية استغفر الله العظيم بفقراء العلماء. Sheikh said, read the ones you know, and you read the ones you don't know, you come down. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Alhamdulillah, today is a holy day, blessed day in the Islamic year, in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Prophet and all Anbiya and Awliya. Nowadays, it's become a time to remember the sad events that happened to Ahlul Bayt, the holy family of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But according to how I was taught by Maulana Shaykh, he said not to look into that too much, to go deeply into those events. It makes the heart sad, and it's been for hundreds of years, the way of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, not to look deeply into those matters. There's a hadith, fitna is sleeping, Allah's curse on the one who wakes it up. We have to be afraid from Allah. Butchered that one thing, that line that Shaykh Abdul Haqq put, ones who fear Allah are the learned ones, are the ulama. Not the ones who know too much, but the ones who fear Allah. And asking not to cross the line. We pray for Ahl Bayt, we love them. This is a day of, and there's secrets. There's secrets for this day, but everything can't be spoken. Everybody can't understand, and people, if you say something to people and it's outside their level of understanding, they become angry, they become upset. So Maulana Shaykh was keeping quiet mostly. Instead, he stressed that this was the day of rescue. As we said in the beginning of the Khutba, Allah created Adam on this day, Ashura, and he came to earth on this day, and he was weeping and asking forgiveness. One narration has it that he was standing on one leg when he came to earth in Sri Lanka, Ceylon, crying 300 years. All of his tears became jewels and pearls and diamonds. That's why so many gems in that area. It's the day Sayyidina Yunus was saved from the whale, from the fish. It's the day Sayyidina Shu'aib, Sayyidina Hud, Sayyidina Lut were saved. Sayyidina Ibrahim was saved from the fire of Nimrod. Sayyidina Musa was saved from the tyranny of Fir'aun. Sayyidina Isa was taken up also on that day. Quran says they didn't kill him, only it looked that way to them. It's important for believers to understand that. Shaykh used to say, you think it's easy to kill a holy person? He used the example of Isa, Sayyidina Isa, because that's in Quran, everyone can understand that. If you think a little bit, you can understand something more. He was taken up. He was made to look like that for the people there. They thought they killed him. But Allah took him. And it's the day Sayyidina Musa was saved from Fir'aun with his people, Bani Israel. Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was fasting. This day, on the day of Ashura, might be today, might be tomorrow, might be Sunday, different days, according to when people started the month and saw the moon. Prophet was fasting, and somebody said to him that the Bani Israel was fasting the same day, the Jewish was fasting this day to commemorate the rescue of Sayyidina Musa from Fir'aun. And Prophet, he said, I'm closer to Musa than them. If Allah gives me long life, I'll fast 2 days next year. As fate would have it, as Allah's decree would have it, that was his last year on earth, in dunya, but he announced the intention. So the sunnah is to fast at least one day, the day of Ashura, and if you can add another day to it, before or after, it's blessing. If you can do 3 days, it's more blessing. Sins are forgiven this day for whoever is fasting, and forever who is not fasting also, to pray and to remember Allah on these holy days is important. Everything now, the lights of faith and the lights of spirituality, if you want to call it that, have gone out among people. And everything has become, for most people, to be a material situation. Even governments, even public life has become material mostly. And people are believing and relying on material foundations for everything happening and looking for material solutions to everything. And as much as they look, we, all of us, because we're all of us in it together, going deeper and deeper and deeper into difficulties. There is a saying of wisdom: if you're digging and you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. First stop digging. But foolish, all of us foolish people, we make it really compounded. We're looking for a material solution, it's not working, we dig more to make it more. And all kinds of strange ideas are coming through our society now. I don't know how many people are intending to do evil. Might be some. But people think they're doing good. Even people that are doing horrible things, many of them think they're doing something good. It's the best thing. Prophet ﷺ advised, he was praying and advised his nation to pray, Rabbi Arina Sha'aka Mahiya. Oh my Lord, let me see things as they really are. You show the bad way as being good. It looks good. The material way looks good. And you show the good way as being bad. There's hadith for that. Prophet ﷺ, when he was going on Isra and Miraj, they looked into Jahannam, hellfire. And Prophet ﷺ, he said to Jibreel, "Oh Jibreel, what's this so horrible sight that we're seeing? Everything, bad smelling, bad vibrations, everything bad. Oh Jibreel, what's this? This is Jahannam, hellfire." Prophet said, "Anyone wants to go there?" No, Rasul. If anyone saw this, they would do anything they could to avoid it. But, Ya Rasul, I'm afraid the ways leading to it look so attractive, I'm afraid everyone will wind up here. Then they went and they looked into paradise, Jannah. What's this, Jibreel? This is Jannah, the garden. So lovely, so indescribably beautiful. If anyone saw it, what they would do, they would never stop until they could reach it. But I'm afraid the ways leading to it is so difficult looking, no one will come here. People will turn back. So good is shown as bad and bad is shown as good. In the time of the fitna, Masih Dajjal, the fitna of the Antichrist, he will show two rivers to people. One of milk and one of fire. Prophet said, if you're alive in that time, choose the fire from him. Because he's showing everything opposite. What he's showing you, this is good, this is the best way. No, this is the fire, really. What he's showing is milk is fire. What he's showing as fire is the milk, the honey. Without faith, it's a very difficult situation. If you build your foundation on material things, it's not going to work. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the ways leading to knowledge of Him is immaterial. Can't be found through material ways. Can't even be thought of. Prophet said, don't meditate or think about Allah. You can't. It doesn't fit in your thoughts. Allah is not something that is encompassed by thoughts. Can't be. Whatever you think is not Allah. It's something else that you drummed up. And he said, think and meditate on His beautiful names, sifat, characteristics, attributes, and look and take lesson from His afal, from His actions, from His doings. Look and see His signs. All of them are ways to get in, to begin to come up to a spiritual understanding that goes beyond the level of mind. The Prophet said in Holy Quran, Allah made Prophet to one of the ayahs to be in his own words to say, in kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni yuhbibkum Allah. If you would be loved by Allah, follow me. Allah will love you. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went beyond the level of mind. He went with Jibreel looking at everything in creation and Yom Isra and Miraj, which is going on all the time, not only one time. And they came to Sidratul Muntaha. It's the last point that mind can grasp it. Jibreel said, what's this point? What's beyond this point, Prophet asked. I don't know, Ya Rasul. Allah and His Prophet knows best. I can't go beyond this point. It's the limit for understanding. If I go past this point, I burn up. My existence, that I don't understand my existence, I am, it is taken away and no way to come back in existence. SubhanAllah. They say for Abayazid Bastami, Sultan Arafin, he was intending to reach heavenly levels, and a barrier appeared in front of him. A hijab, a fire hijab, a wall of fire. And the voice came, you can't go. This is fire, you'll burn up. You can't come back in existence. And not only one, 70,000 barriers. You can't come back in existence. Awliya have a different type of mentality than us. They said, okay, it's like that, more I have to go. And they would sacrifice themselves to go. And they were taken to higher levels the mind can't reach. Prophet went beyond Sidratul Muntaha to Allah knows. And the solutions to, or the goal, the targets, the ghayat, the targets of our labors, while we're praying and fasting and doing, we're trying to reach to knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His names and attributes and actions, and knowledge of ourselves. سنريهم بآياتنا في الأنفاق وأنفسهم. We show you the signs on the, outside yourself, on the horizons, and in yourself. حتى يتبين أنه الحق. Until you verify, until you know it's true. You know it's the truth. You know I am the truth. That's our job. They asked prophets, oh, I said, what's the best job? What's the best job for a person? What's the best trade? What's the best occupation? He said, no, it's not an occupation, you see. To know about Allah, you have to go through all these steps. We're put on earth to learn that, to follow our prophets, beyond what we could imagine. But they took even prophets' religion and took it and tried to put it in a square box of our mind and say, this is what the prophet brought. No. Abu Dhar said everything we had in the time of prophet is gone. No. After the time of prophet on earth, they came, young generations, to ask, what was it like in the time of prophet? He said, everything is gone. They changed it. And what about now? He said, my nation is going to do what the previous nations did. I mean, Christians and Jews. He said, yes, all of them. They took the teachings of their prophets and they redid it, rebooted it, refurbished it. I have a poster out there. He takes the old one, makes new covers, and they made it new. They took the framework and made it new according to their minds, and they left out the essential. They left out prophets, Allah. They left out that reality and made it so people. It's only a form. People's religions became only dry forms. So this is the way. And fighting with each other. If they found the real one, no need to fight with each other. They're going to be busy climbing up, going up, ascending. This is the day of rescue. Divine rescue. Rescue from difficult situations in dunya and difficult situations through spirituality also. Because you come to a barrier, no way to pass it by your efforts. You need a divine help to take you to the next, and the next, and the next. Shaykh said, use your belief power. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, amanu. Oh, you who believe, believe. Try to cultivate your belief power, not your mind power. Your belief power will take you to endless worlds, one after one. Each time breaking through a barrier as it did in coming through a new world. And then go through that also. Next one, go through the next barrier, and the next, and the next, and the next. You say 70,000 barriers. 70,000 in Arabic means a lot, not only 68, 69. Endless ascension to go. That's why they say prophets. Miraj never finished. Continues. Hosseini or Adna. Or Adna means always more. Nearer and nearer. I believe where I was going to go with that. Oh, Adna. You take something and split it in half. Anything. And you split it again, and again, and again, and again. Nearer and nearer. Imam Sawardi, Allah bless him, he said if you come to the final point, they call it an atom in those days. Now they say quarks and other kinds of... The smallest particle that can't be divided anymore. Can't be divided, can't be in a place. Place can't hold it. Mathematicians and physicists looked at it and their minds began to break. Another said, even for highly educated people, if they look deeply into what they're highly educated, it's a door for them to get into the oneness of Allah. Simple people, it's easy for them, and highly educated people, it's a door for them. In between, we have problems. May Allah forgive us. grant us from the spirit of Ashura. Ask for rescue, divinely help. May Allah send His beloved servant who was Mahdi alayhi salam, and send us His beloved servant who was Khidr alayhi salam, and like them, He has endless servants to help us on our way, to help us with what we need. Might be we need to hear something, to see something, to realize something, or to open for us something, step by step. May He send a rescue for the Ummah, may He send a rescue for us also. And who's waiting for rescue, all their time is worship. You do more than that, nur ala nur. على أحسن الكلام وبارك النظام. كلام الله مليك العزيز الألام. كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في الكلام. وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنما يخشى الله من عباده العلماء. الحمد لله الحمد الكاملين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى وصحبه أجمعين. تعظيم للنبي وتكريم لفخامة شان شفيع. وقال عز وجل من قائلا مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد سيد السادات والأفضل مفخر العربي والعجم مولانا والمولى العالمين المحترمين سيدنا أبي القاسم محمد يا أيها المشتاقون لنور جمال المحتاجون شفاعة صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وبارك اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى رسولنا سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الصحابة الأكرمين ومن تبع هداهم إلى يوم الدين. اللهم اهدنا من فضلك فيما هديت وعافنا فيما عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من وليت ولا يعز من هديت. تبارك ربنا وتعاليت ولك الحمد على ما قضيت. نستغفرك اللهم ونتوب إليك. وصلى الله على النبي الأمي وعلى وصحبه وسلم. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. واغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم وانصرهم عدوك وعدوهم يا أرحم الراحمين. رب اجعل من لدنك وليا اجعلنا من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا وقال حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين. اللهم افتح لنا أبواب السداد بأيدي المدد إن الله لطيف بالعباد. يا غارة الله يا غارة الله يا غارة الله أدركون يا غارة الله. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر